What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We are live to both, and we have the top 10 spookiest cards as we're headed towards Spooktober right now. We've got 10 spooky cards for you guys to go ahead and look at. It might be art, it might be flavor text, who knows? But in our honorable mentions, as always, we've got 3 different honorable mentions today. Dark Sanctuary. Honestly, this is a lot spookier in the anime for me than it is in the TCG, but still that dark castle, the ominous eyes and mouths in the sky. I definitely think it went harder in the anime when Bakura was using it, but it still hits the mark, but barely compared to our top 10. Next up is a card from the TCG, Fiend Comedian, that has an altered art. Alter arts will be a part of this list, but the alter art for Fiend Comedian from the OCG, its original art, is much scarier and fearsome, which is why it was edited for the TCG. And I think, you know, there's too much relief with its TCG version, but overall, man, this art is crazy. And then the story of Dragon Core Hexer. Many years of dragon slaying had bathed this huntress in countless amounts of blood. Each drop gave her more power, but at a terrible price, as her cursed body now spreads the dragon taint like an epidemic. No village will take her in, and she no longer remembers what inspired her crusade in the first time. What's scarier than forgetting the reason that you set out on your journey? It goes crazier throughout her arts and everything, but man, just what a sad story overall if you continue through her flavor text. So let's go ahead, get into our top 10. And in our number 10 slot, the original alter art. Oh, the soccer moms were too mad with Trial of Nightmare. We're actually looking at the OCG art where there's blood in the coffin. And in the TCG art, you take away that blood. Ooh, spooky. A sword, a demon sword no less, stabbing through a coffin where there is blood. So we assume a living creature was in that coffin when it was taken down. But it was a little too much. We had an original run of LOB where we actually got this art in the TCG, and it was then taken away. So we begin the editing by Konami of looking at, is that too revealing, or is that too scary? And Trial of Nightmare for Konami, just a little too scary for you guys. And our go ahead. It was what?
Called Trial of Hell.
Ooh, bah, gosh. Yeah, it was Trial of Hell for just a second, too, with that blood in the art. You're right. That's a great point. And our number 9 position, we've got Malice Doll of Demise. Oh, Chucky might be scary, but this thing, when used with Ectoplasmer in the anime, would come back time and time again. But I think it transferred over a little into Spooktober with this axe that's an unedited weapon, this scary doll. What's its intentions? A little drool coming out the mouth? I definitely think it translated well into that kind of mystic-like art that Konami once in a while would deny us of. I'm pretty glad it didn't get, you know, chopped on over here. So some of you guys might not be the biggest fan of dolls. Personally, they don't scare me too much, but if one started to move, I certainly would be hecka spooked. And the number 8 position is Tragedy for both of its arts. I actually used this when it came out with Level Limit Area B and kind of a burn stall strategy where this effect would take care of monsters that were changing to defense position. So you were trying to shell up and you get destroyed. But look at this, a masked figure coming up behind a frightened lady. But in the OCG, its art is actually a guillotine empty, waiting for you. So 2 different arts. You could almost even assume that he's coming to take her to the guillotine by the story presented by Konami from TCG to OCG, because this art certainly is a blood moon in the back, a masked figure. I would almost argue this is scarier by today's standards if you're on Twitter than this one. So which one do you guys think is the scarier art? I definitely think it deserves the number 8 slot on our list. And another one with 2 arts in our number 7 slot. This might be a theme for a couple of slots. Nightmare Wheel in the TCG. It's actually a demon with a mask on, which I think is scarier than the OCG art. Oh no, you can't do that to a regular man. You can't strap him up to a torture wheel anciently. And just imagine being a caveman, by the way. where did this device come from? We barely just made the wheel. Demonic people have made this glowing red eye, this spinning torture device. But in my opinion, the TCG is far scarier. I also use this in my ancient burn decks. But man, oh man, this green, masked, chained, spikes on its wrist monster put up versus just a dude, you know? Like, actually the spikes get scarier even in the TCG. I don't know why they edited it to this other than you can't imagine it's an actual person in here. But even scarier, we've gone through 10, 9, 8, 7 into our number 6 slot. Mystic Tomato. This is creepy. I can't decide which is worse. We have the OCG art, which we've been denied for years. I honestly think the TCG art here is a lot scarier, where you have the nose, the Americanization. You've got this crazy background art that is just different. I think I'm more on a trip looking at this Mystic Tomato than the original, but the original kind of looks like a pumpkin, which could be confused for a tomato. Maybe that's why they went for this. I just don't know. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, one of the OG horror movies, a soft spot in my heart here. And also, this went into like the Bolito Monarchs, so many different points in history in Yu-Gi-Oh! It comes all the way into Worlds with the heroes. Like, Mystic Tomatoes had its place in the game, but also just this creepy art that we got used to. Think of a new player looking at this just going, what the freaking heck is that? That's what I want you to imagine. But in our number 5 spot, a newly released card that the OCG had for a while, Outer Entity Nyarla. This thing is in a cave. It's an octopus with mouths all over, creepy demon-looking thing, hands coming out along with tentacles. This just looks straight up like a demon. And we actually did not get its art edited. We are in the age of 2018, where it seems like only the different kind of things are getting censored up a little bit. And the scary stuff, it's all right. Now we recognize it's not as much of a kids card game, or maybe kids these days are just used to spookier stuff. But Nyarla made its way uncensored. Still one of the crazier arts along with Azathoth, but I thought Nyarla, it creeps me out just a tad more than that one. But what do you think? Which one scares you more as we head towards Halloween? Now, one of the OG cards in our number 4 slot is Dark Necrofear. This can't be right. A broken, creepy doll, a blue demon looking at you. If you're getting excited by this, you gotta check yourself. Maybe you're a Halloween nut, but for me, this is absolutely heckin' frightful. And it actually has a pretty easy summoning condition depending on the deck you're playing. You just banish 3 fiend monsters and it pops on out. And then it has the effect of latching on, so it comes back from beyond the grave. When it's sent to the graveyard, while it was a monster card, you target a face-up monster your opponent controls, equip it to that target, and then you take control of it. So it comes back all the way from the grave to take care of what it started. And it has 2200 attack, 2800 defense, big stats, big scary effect. It's all just crazy. Almost as crazy as this Twitch chat going on right now. In our number 3 slot, we have Necroface. Necroface, by far one of the creepiest arts ever presented in all Yu-Gi-Oh! A baby doll with a bursting out demon / entity coming from it, a spotlight below it, smoke billowing. This is made purely to be creepy. There's no other reason this art is made, and I honestly get scared just when it's activating. You could get decked out. You could get taken care of. It's just entirely insane. So Necroface, yeah, it spooks me out. Maybe it spooks you out. I don't know, but hey, it's got it going on. But in the number 2 position, something scarier to me is Illblood. Illblood, oh man, it's bursting out of this convict-like figure with beaming red eyes. It's looking so scary, and what's inside it is even more frightening. I don't want to see what's about to pop out of that shell of a human. I don't want to see what's going on inside there. It's worse than my Twitch chat trolls, let me tell you. It's crazy, that grin. How did he get his teeth so straight inside there? What is it? Wrinkled face, straight teeth, crazy eyes. Man, but in the number 1 spot, easily taken, Spooktober down. Easily the scariest one. Hollow Hollow. And it's Hollow Hollow, brains of tallow, guts are gone, noggins hollow, seeking sweets and marshing mallows. Watch your back in your candy sack. All of a sudden, going from that rhyme to watch your back in your candy sack? Yeah, you got a rhyme in that lane, but ooh, I didn't see that coming, and it's pretty crazy. I personally enjoy Spooktober. It's one of my favorite times of the years, and even though we're ending on kind of a softer ending, hopefully you enjoyed this top 10 list. Subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully, you know, you enjoyed it overall. I personally did myself, and it's been fun making this list, and it's always fun streaming, even when we get these guys, crazy guys, even when we get like people like this. It's honestly super fun to be able to come together, make videos like this, and enjoy them for YouTube. Thanks for watching, everybody.